Right, okay, we're at Fishnet in Warrington. We've already been here once today. We came at 3 o'clock and Google's times were out and it wasn't open till 4:30 on the door. We had a look at another one and the same with that one with Google. The times were out. These things need to be kept up on because people will leave, not me, but people will leave bad reviews when it comes to turning up, especially if they've travelled, half an hour or whatever, because someone said it was such a great chippy, and they've turned up and they've found out that the times are all wrong and it's not open at all. And it does bother me, it annoys me, but not to that point. Not to the point where I would give them a bad review without even trying the food. And I'm not expecting to be doing that today. And then decided to knock it on the head. We'll go home. And then when we got near home, we thought, hang on, we've still got half an hour before it opens, and we're only half an hour away. Let's throw the lights on and get out there. So here we are. God, it's so cold, but I'm Steve, and this is the Chippy Tour. And I support fish and chip shops nationwide, and SwiftOrder are supporting me on this mission to celebrate real, independent chippies. They're a family-run company helping takeaways offer online ordering without paying commission. If you'd like to take orders online or you're fed up with paying high fees, SwiftOrder is an easy, reliable platform with one clear, low monthly cost. It's simple to use and it's backed by a UK support team that's always ready to help. So we've got the fish. Let's have a look. This is their cod. Lovely and clean in there. Lovely, lovely staff. Friendly, helpful, spotless in there. And it's only just opened, and I'll point the camera on it in a minute. And let's see if I can just lift this one up. Whether you can see that or not, I've tilted the camera. You can see people in there because it's only just behind us. I'll see if I can get a better shot in a minute or two. So let's have a little look. I'm not going to take it out of the paper for this one because it's too cold. So I'm going to go straight into it. Ooh, that batter is absolutely gorgeous. That is nice. Oh, that's delicious. It's light. Mmm. Yeah, that's a nice piece of fish. Mm. Got a light flickering there. Might have to switch the other one in a minute. I love it when you can get Greek food as well. I'm going to close that over for a minute from a chippy because I'm a sucker for a gyros. Now, however that sounds, I've no idea. But we don't do that, do we? We call them gyros or gyros. That's just what we do, isn't it? We're no good at mimicking. So these are the chips. That's I love the way they've wrapped that. It's like a little parcel. They've not just sort of rolled it. And look at that. You've got the polystyrene or the plastic here, but then you've got the paper to keep the chips separate from it. I like that too. And you know what? They're good chips. Got loads of cars. I'm still quite shy, believe it or not. We've got cars going past, there's people looking. We're approaching the end of the second year, so I shouldn't be that shy, should I? But it is hard. It's still hard. People smile and giggle when they go past, and you get obviously other people who go, God, is that a food reviewer or is that a TikToker or whatever else? And you kind of feel a bit weird, but you've got to knock that out of yourself. You've got to try to look at the camera as though it's a person. You know what? Them chips are excellent. Whenever we order, I only ever order with salt, and we can put the vinegar on after. Now this one, I'm going to wrap them up because we're going to take those chips home and that fish, and we're only half an hour from home, if that, and we're going to eat them at home with a nice cup of coffee. I'll make a note of it and put it on the screen where I had an incredible gyro. All right. And that was in Queen's Ferry. But this is their chicken, so-and-so. Look at that. We've got all their sauces. Lovely pitta. Just the right size. Sometimes they're massive, aren't they? But this is perfect. So I'm going to get straight into this. As you know, I don't like to talk with food in my mouth. I don't like to eat with my mouth open. And that was a bit of a delay. I shouldn't have bit so much off, should I? I'm going to have another one. All the people in there. I did an interview with Fry magazine about a week ago. Came out the other day. And it got me thinking about what was my ideal kind of chippy. If I was to open my own fish and chip shop, what would it be like? I think the meat eaters would turn up in their droves. I really do. So I think it would definitely be a beef dripping chippy if I had my own, and a limited menu.
What's your rating out of 10 then?
You know what? I'm giving this a 5 out of 5. It's only out of 5. We don't do the little increments, so it's either a 4 or a 5. So if I'm stuck between anything, a 4 and a 5, then that's my problem, so I'll give it a 5.
Are you just doing a coastal, or are you doing all the chippies and Warrington?
We've visited 180 fish and chip shops nationwide, Scotland and down south, everywhere. We've even visited 8. We took this to the southern coast of Spain, and we visited 8 fish and chip shops there from chippy owners that have moved there. We wanted to know whether it was still popular there. Of course, we still have plenty of tapas and all the rest of it while we were there. We were a few weeks away. But no, that's the idea, is to promote and support the traditional style fish and chip shops.
Just trying to get people interested again, yeah.
Yeah. The trouble is, though, it's a seafood. It's not like a kebab meat or something like that. It's something that is always going to be a little bit dearer. And because the government's reduced the cod quotas again, but people are moving away to haddock, which is a great fish anyway. They're also trying other fish like pollock and hake. But again, 2 great fish. But to bring the price down, there is some good fish to be had. We've had hoki, which is a New Zealand fish. We had that in Bristol. You're dragging it away there.
I'm just worried about the food.
Oh, you get going. Get gone.
That's what I'm like. We've got hot pot.
You're all right, mate. Yeah.
I'll take it.
Yeah. It's doing all right.
Yeah, you're freezing stuff out here.
No.
Absolutely freezing. So,
Well, a little mini heater with you.
no, we've got a 12-volt heater for food, but not for us. Not out here.
I'll take a photo of you and tag you.
Super.
Brilliant. Excellent.
See you later. You take it easy, mate. I wasn't the only one to review that fish and chip shop. 2 years ago, the McMaster and Jeff Carter paid it a visit. Now, Jeff Carter, he lives in Warrington, not far from me, and I'll leave a link in the description so you can check him out. Bit of a character, that's for sure. I think he's lived in Warrington most of his life, as I have. And Jeff thought it was a good idea to take the McMaster to Fishnet in Warrington. Is their review the same as mine? Is it as high as mine? Well, check it out. I'll put a link in the description. for the McMasters video. Oh, by the way, some of you will be glad to know, Rapid, my tortoise, after 3 months of being asleep, he's only 4 years old and the size of my hand, he's out and about now in his tank here, 32 degrees, got his light on, pile of lettuce, and he gets up in the morning, he has a bit of a wander, has a drink, has his lettuce, then goes back to bed. And when the weather warms up a bit, he'll be able to go outside. He has his own garden with little mounds in there. He has a little doorway into the greenhouse, and he has a little safe spot in there if he wants. There's a big net over the top. So yeah, he's he's an easiest pet to have, especially for doing this. We can leave him for a few days at a time. 1 star. Google says open till 9 p.m. We drove here at 7 p.m. and it was shut. This is what I was saying earlier. I hadn't read this review until I was putting this video together to look for some reviews that I could use. And I did mention this in the review. Now, this is what I'm saying. You know, an otherwise cracking chippy with great reviews gets a 1 star for something just as simple as that. Simple as that. And it's heartbreaking. It really is. 2 star. Ordered 2 sausage dinners and quite disappointed with the amount of peas and gravy. Chips and sausage were fine, but the dinners were too dry. 5 star. Just moved into the area. Fishnet is not far from my house. The second time I've been there. Really enjoyed it. Brilliant service. Beautiful food. Can't fault it. Mine. 5 star. Living in the same town and after reviewing 180 chip shops around the country, I finally got around calling in. And I only wish I'd visited a long time ago, as it is fantastic. The shop is spacious and easy to find. It is a family-run, multi-award-winning chippy. It was spotlessly clean, and the staff were polite and friendly. Now to the food. I ordered cod and small chips. The cod was deliciously fresh and full of flavour, coated in a lovely light crispy batter. The chips were crisp, with a great mix of shapes, and for a small portion was very generous. The gyros are not to be missed, or gyros as I prefer to call them, just the right size and packed with a choice of fillings and sauces. I ordered the chicken and another with halloumi, and both were excellent, served with fresh, crisp salad. Overall, do not wait 2 years as I did. Get over there and enjoy some great food. Cooking in oil, payment cash or card, fish reviewed, cod. The family run, they have, I think it's a couple in Widnes, 1 in Warrington, and all the family run these chippies. And you could tell I think half the family must have been in that shop. But yeah, absolutely fantastic. See you on the next one.
The Chippy Tour, cruising the coast, can't ignore. With every bite I'm loving it more. Saving the chippies, that's what I'm for. Yo, I hit the road, got salt in my veins. From London to Scotland, through sunshine and rain. Fish and chips in my hand, it's a noble quest. Supporting the classics, yeah, I'm doing my best. Met a bloke in Troon with a tempura squid. A castle in Wales where I had my bed. From mushy piece about it.